everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys, well, I know it's Wednesday. You guys know April 13th. What that means, we are in Nashville. That's why my setup looks a little bit different. We just went out with Travis Tinsley for a coffee date, and what a fun time, guys. Tonight, the energy is going to be insane. Los Angeles was incredible. Tonight, we have Emily D. Baker, Molly and Cynthia from TLC's 90 Day and Pillow Talk. Also, we have a special opening performance. You guys are going to freak out. So if you haven't gone to spillingtealive.com to grab your tickets, definitely make sure to go do that. In the meantime, guys, last night was the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and there was a lot that happened. Teresa's throwing drinks at Margaret, calling her white trash, threatening to beat her up over the Louis rumors, and there's some movement. We're in Nashville. We're in Nashville on the show, and we're in Nashville now. So guys, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like the Real Housewives of New Jersey are headed to Nashville this week. Well, obviously it's not this week, but you guys know what I mean. Headed to Nashville, and we have a raging bull versus a raging fool movie. This is what Reality Blurb is saying, and I'm living for every moment of it. Obviously, we saw where Teresa kind of stepped back into her own ways. She's not taking anybody's shit, and things went down. But before we kick that off, we saw where the Giudices are moving out of their family home, the home that the girls grew up in, the home where they have all of the memories with their grandparents and even with their father, Joe Giudice, who was deported. You see where Teresa's trying to wrangle the girls and have them all kind of pack their stuff and get ready to go. And they're moving in with Louis Ruelas. They're moving into their new house, which looks absolutely beautiful. One thing I have to say is Louis Ruelas gives me a lot of red flags, but I like to see how somebody's kids act. And I think that's a great reflection, on the parents and how they're parented. His sons are so respectful, especially of Teresa and the girls, that that was one positive thing that I could take away from the conversation or even the storyline that comes with Louis Ruelas. But Teresa thinks that her kids will go off of her energy and somehow be happy since she's happy. But none of the girls seem like they're too excited to leave. Once they got to the new house, though, they started to see their rooms and they're like, you know what? Okay, this is going to be good. It's going to be different, but change isn't bad. We actually had Giudice, who was the voice of reason on this, and I was like a little bit shocked. But speaking of moving, we have Frank Catania moving back in the house with his children, which is an interesting storyline because Frank has never actually lived with Dolores's kids. Obviously, they're Frank's kids too, but Frank was always out and about, not missing in action, but he just never lived in the same house with them. Now he's getting more than he bargained for because he's not only moving into the same house, but he's also moving into the same house in the same room with a chinchilla. Gabby has smartly placed the chinchilla in her dad's room that will keep him company. That way he doesn't bring any women over. And since it squeaks like his girlfriend's, that's what they said. It was crazy. Frank mentions that he will find a use for it. And maybe it'll be a penis warmer? No, we can't do that. Okay. Anyways, getting back to it, Dolores shares that Tracy has hooked them all up with a major house in Nashville, and the Real Housewives of New Jersey crew, well, they will be staying in the same house, which means it's going to be drama galore, and that's exactly what that was. She thinks that Teresa, is moving in with Louis and that she is much happier now, and she thinks that it's probably a better spot for her to be in than when she was throwing a temper tantrum in the forest, which she was pissed, and she came in and she's like, I have a problem with you and I have a problem with you. But you know what, everybody, why don't you guys put on my joggers? And I would really love for you to wear this to the charity softball event because, well, this is my new jogger line. But you for talking about my man. I mean, that's probably not the best way to get people to wear your brand, but okay, Teresa, we see you. Jackie and Evan chat about how ugly the situation has been between Marge and Teresa, and she finds herself to be in a weird position because Margaret's her best friend, and Jackie does not want to abandon her friend, but when it comes to Teresa, she must be cautious. And Jackie has always kind of walked a fine line with Teresa. Honestly, I think one of the reasons that they've kept Jackie around on the show is because most of the women do not really like to go against Teresa. And Teresa will tell you, this is the Teresa show. You go against me, then we're going to have a problem. And trust me, I'm the last one you want to have a problem with. So I feel like Jackie does a great job of walking that line, maintaining her friendships with the other women. And if there comes a time where she needs to call out Teresa, she's more than happy to do it. Absolutely. But I don't think she wants to make a huge habit out of it. Now, Melissa's telling Joe that she cannot stand how Teresa does not have a good relationship with her friends, and it puts her in a bad spot because we all know Teresa and we know that family is everything and you have to have loyalty. The unfortunate part is that Melissa and Joe have even said in the past that with being related to Teresa, if she has a problem with someone, even if they're friends with the Gorgas, they have to lop up that relationship and be like, okay, sorry, my sister and my sister-in-law doesn't like you. We love you, girl, but you gotta go. We can't really be friends with you, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but I get it. Now, while en route to Nashville, Melissa does not know what state they're in. She didn't know where they were at. I'm like, did we go to college? Did we not go to college? But okay. And the group arrives at the house that they rented in Nashville, and it looks beautiful. But Teresa arrives, and she, of course, thinks that she should get the master bedroom. And the entitlement is real with this kind of arrogant sort of, I don't know, it's housewives. So I feel like they're always fighting about the bedroom. I just want to get to the point, though, where we have this confrontation because Teresa and Margaret really go at it. Teresa is blaming Margaret for all of the that's coming out about Luis Ruelas, but that's not necessarily fair. This stuff was in the press. It was all over social media. You can't blame somebody else for your soon-to-be husband, your fiance, having court battles and ex-girlfriends coming forward and the red flags with the video. That's not a Margaret problem. That is a Luis problem. So I don't think that she should take it up with Margaret because regardless of Margaret bringing it up or not, somebody would have brought it up. This is called a reality TV show, The Real Housewives, and this is Bravo. Teresa's very well versed. She knows how this works, but maybe that's why she's giving us such a big reaction. Now, we know that the last 10 minutes of this episode was pretty explosive. I feel like it's going to go into the next episode for sure. It's going to bleed into it, but my thing that I want to see here is how bad does this get? Now, I'm not wanting Teresa and Margaret to rip each other's heads off, but there's definitely some tension here. And I feel like we're going to have, a moment for the books. Guys, I want to know what your thoughts were about last night's Real Housewives of New Jersey episode and this season 12. Are you digging it or not so much? Because we know that season 13 is set to start filming soon, and with that they are bringing back the entire cast, even Tracy Lynn Johnson as a friend, and looking to add a new woman. So great news, and they kept the season shorter. I think I'm here for every minute of it. So go ahead, comment below, let me know what you think. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And of course, do not forget to go to spillingtealive.com, grab your live stream tickets for tonight. Or if you're in Nashville, grab a ticket, come hang out with us. We're going to have one hell of a time. I love you guys. Happy Wednesday, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.